I want to tell you something I wish someone told me before I walked into my first therapy session. It's not going to be what you expect, because I went in thinking therapy was going to feel like finally exhaling after holding breath for so many years. And in some ways it did. But at first, it felt like a lot of other things nobody warned me before. So I think the first part I wanted to share is the awkward silences. This is the first thing that caught me off guard. It was this awkward silence, I would finish saying something and just wait. And my therapist would look at me and say, "How does that make you feel?" And I would think, oh my God, I just told you how I feel. Well, you're not listening. But here's what I learned. Those silences aren't empty. They are asking you to go deeper than the surface answer you just gave, which is uncomfortable because most of us are really good at explaining our problems, but not so good at actually feeling them. And I can tell you, I am a professional, or let's say I was a professional on that part. I did that very often. I would say now part 2 would be crying about old stuff. There was the crying, not about the things I came to therapy for, about stuff from 10 years ago that I thought I had completely dealt with, things I hadn't thought about in years. And I remember feeling almost embarrassed, like, why am I crying about this? I'm fine. I was fine. Here's a spoiler. I wasn't fine. I had just gotten really good at putting things in boxes and stacking them in a corner and never looking at them. I think especially as a man, you do that very often. Therapy, in my perspective, handed me this flashlight and helped me point things right at the corner. Now, part number 3, I would call it not feeling better right away. And this is the one I really want people to hear. I did not leave my first sessions feeling better, or my 5th. Sometimes I left feeling worse, heavier, like I would have opened something and couldn't quite close it again before going back to my daily normal life. And that scared me. I thought maybe therapy wasn't working. Maybe I was too broken for it to help. Maybe I couldn't do anything about it. But what was actually happening is that I was finally letting myself process things instead of just surviving them. And that's not comfortable, but it is necessary. So in general, if people are thinking about starting therapy or just started and wonder why it feels hard, that's not a sign it's not working, from my perspective. That's actually a sign that it is. And I think people should give themselves grace, give it a time. And if it helps to know that someone else felt exactly the same way you're feeling right now, hi, that's me. And I'm still working and showing up every single week. Let me know in the comments if that relates to you. And if so, please like and subscribe.